A very good evening to all of you. And was very, I just want to express my gratitude, first of all, that it is a wonderful initiative and I'm happy to be a part of it. I will request the technical team, please, to allow me to share my screen. So, a very warm welcome to all of you to the semi-final of AI Hackathon Semi-Final 1 AI Innovation Summit. In this session, we are talking about transforming accounting and auditing with AI. So in this session, we are not going to talk about one particular tool, like use this tool and do this, use that tool, you do that. No. In this session, we are going to talk about how to transform your accounting practice, your auditing practice using the AI features in a software called Power BI, which is by Microsoft and a business intelligence software. So in this particular software, we are going to talk about 3 degrees of automation. The first degree of automation that we will talk about is to move from our traditional accounting and auditing methodology towards an automated technology using Power BI. The second degree of automation that we will discuss will be through using the AI features of Power BI. And the third degree of automation that I will be discussing will be using a text-based auditing or a text-based accounting using the features of Microsoft Copilot. So first of all, let me take you deep dive into the Power BI and the AI features that this technology present to us. So first of all, if you are going for an audit, what do? You first of all, you take up a company's balance sheet, you take up financial statements. That is a very old stuff now. We are in the age of artificial intelligence. I want you to first of all take up the financial statements of the client and visualize it quickly. With just few clicks, you are able to visualize ultimately how does the financial statements of my clients look like. Now, after the first step, now you know that this is the financial statements that I have to look upon. The majority chunk of these financial statements are represented by non-current assets. Then there is a balance of distribution alongside different items of financial statements. Now let's deep dive into point number 2. The point number 2 will be to tell me what discrepancies or where are the risks of material misstatements in my client's financial statements. So you will not believe, but right now, just in front of you, on the left side is the financial statements that I have to audit for my client. On the right side are the financial statements for the past 3 years. Using this, I am able to analyze ultimately what does the financial statements look like, where could be the problematic points. Now, I will go to a third degree step of visualization. Now I will start breaking down each and each component because see, when we have to work upon our auditing, we have to minimize our audit risk, right? But how about we maximize our efficiencies while we are moving out on that? So let's take first of all, one by one, all the financial statements. This is the share capital output of the client. I have done nothing very technical so far. I have just opened Power BI. I have just opened Power BI. This is by Microsoft. I have went into the website. I have clicked upon sign in. Upon signing in, I just came across some options known as new report, or I want to go for my previous report. I just clicked upon my new report. I had to upload my data and just this screen just pops up. Nothing technical so far. Very easy. I'm just adding one chart one by one, and I'm playing with my data. And now I'm going to show you that this is going to become very easy than the traditional way that we work upon. So I'm done with my share capital. Let me go towards my reserves and surplus. With just few clicks, I'm able to analyze that, okay, general reserves are more higher in quantity than the profit and loss. And these are the two major reserves and surpluses. And this is the last 3-year composition. Okay, so far, so good. Now, what I am seeing, if I take a look, I see that the current assets of the client are representing me some particular discrepancies that in the current year, the current assets have shown a massive rise. I am coming to the AI part very soon. Please stay with me. Now, what I am doing, I will take up a detailed chart to analyze the current assets. I'll just take my chart. I will go to my table. I will just put up that this is my how the current assets of my clients look like. It shows me that the majority part is held by inventory. Then there is debtors. Then there are cash and cash equivalents. Let me go down to step number 4, which will be to analyze my inventory amount. And how am I going to do that? Let me show you. I will go to one more step. Here, I will go by my inventory customers. Ultimately, which customers are having the major proportion? I see that out of 5 customers, Messrs. D and Company, they hold the majority amount of stake in my client's financial statements. What else I can say? I can see about the regional aspects of the client with just few clicks. I have done nothing technical so far. This, I have seen that in Mumbai, in the current year, the amount of inventory has just shot up. While if I see for the previous 3 years, for my client having different inventory sites at Chennai, Agra, Delhi, Chandigarh, Jaipur, they had stored at a common place, or they have not shown a large amount of standard deviation or a variance. So now I can pinpoint my efforts first towards the Mumbai stock, pull up the vouchers, then examine what's happening over there. But the thing now that you all have been waiting for, sir, where is AI in it? Let me show you where is AI in it. That was a first degree automation that I first discussed with you. Now, I have pulled up a quarter sales detail of the client. What I can see, quarter 4, there was 236K of sales, and then the next quarter, the sales almost just dropped by half. Why did it happen? Now I'm moving to second degree of automation. I just click upon right upon the column that I want to analyze. I select upon analyze. Why did it happen? The artificial intelligence built in this software showed me that there is a 47.84% decrease in the sales. Okay. But I am a chartered accountant. I am more comfortable with numbers and graphs. I asked the software to show me numbers and graphs. I see that in this particular quarter, there had been a massive decrease, and in my sectoral composition, I see that out of furniture, technology, or office sales, it was the furniture sales that had taken a major amount of it. So now, whether I am going for an accounting aspect, whether I am going for an auditing aspect, I can quickly pinpoint my efforts as well as my team efforts to prioritize what I want to look. Further, I can also check that furniture में तो drop आया है, but in which regional aspect? I can see that in my eastern regions, in my eastern sites, there has been the most amount of decrease, followed by my central areas. But now you will ask me that you have just shown me about a decrease. There has been a sudden increase in the quarter aspect. Sir, what do you think about this? I said, no worries. I have a very powerful AI software. I just click on the column, I right click it, and I click analyze. Voila. What I see that there has been a massive increase in my corporate sector as compared to my consumer sector or my home office sector. So what I can do with that, I can first of all, being a chartered accountant, I can look whether there is an inflation, whether I see that the invoices have been inflated, whether I can see that for the corporate amount, when the sales have increased so much, whether the stock has correspondingly decreased or not. I can quickly cross verify. So my speed and my efficiencies have increased. Now you will ask me that what you did just now was for consecutive quarters. You went for Q4 to Q1, you went for Q3 to Q4. Can I go for different quarters? Of course I can. Now I'm going for Q1 to Q2, and I can see different quarters. What was the difference between them? Now it has been done for my segmental reporting. So if I want to go for reporting under my Indian accounting standards, I can use these aspects for my
Attention, last minute left.
and if I'm going for auditing, I can minimize my audit risk while maximizing my audit efficiency. So this was just one of the few use cases that we can do with AI in our accounting practices. We can do a number of things like anomaly detection, sentiment analysis, forecasting, natural language queries, which brings me to my point number 3 of the third degree automation, which by using Copilot, which is a paid version, I can just type in here and the Copilot will respond me what were the reasons for the reduction in sales. So I hope you really enjoyed this particular use case, and I believe that this use case has the potential to really transform when it comes to the theme of semi-finalists transforming I believe that this has the potential to transform our practice. So thank you very much for giving me a precious time. I hope this adds value to you and your practice. Thank you so much.
Pranjal, nice presentation and something very nice which you showed. But one question which I need to ask you here is that I think for this thorough knowledge of Power BI is required by the members.
So I will say that in this room, I will be the person that has the minimum knowledge on Power BI.
Nahin, matlab, well, others do not have any knowledge, you have minimum knowledge. That could be accepted. But because Power BI, as I know, is a very nice tool, a very beautiful tool, and something which one should know. But unfortunately, amongst chartered accountants, not that prevalent. So your presentation was based on Power BI, which I think for chartered accountants is something which is deeply required. That I would agree. But you showed how AI could be incorporated, but most of the features are of Power BI, I believe. Once we learn this, we can. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So here my question is nice. In fact, what we can see is that as a solution, we can have number of graphical presentation can be given to the clients also when we analyze their data as output using Copilot and Power BI. So how we can use this as a solution to continuously, even my team member should be able to use this as a solution to represent the firm while interacting with the client. Is it possible to we can add number of users for the same solution or application for our team members?
Yes, sir, absolutely. There is a share feature in Power BI and there is a collaboration feature. Using that, we can add any number of employees based upon the pricing plan that you have undertaken. Because there are 3 plans, there is Power BI free version, Power BI Pro version, and Power BI Pro Elite version. On the basis of these 3 plans, we have the capability to add as number of users as we require.
So out of when the output files are generated as per the request we made, can we give a detailed report also by way of some text information in the same graphical representation, and whether we can merge both this output?
Yes, we do have a publishing and output option, and I can show it as well. We can just publish our output, and on the basis of that, we can create a dashboard having scorecards, having either our visual presentation or our tabular presentation, and we can then publish that report as giving us complete flexibility as the way we want to share it.
So likewise, I think like a Google Studio, which we see, we can just showcase this information like a Google Studio, where we can just present the data in a very graphical way. Is that so?
Yes, sir. In my last hackathon, I displayed Looker Google Studio only. And the problem that I faced with Looker Studio is that after its acquisition by Google, they are now integrating AI in it. And right now, as of today, they are at a very nascent stage of minimum amount of AI in the Looker Studio. Power BI, Microsoft has integrated AI into it in a very appreciated manner. But Google is now coming up. Their CEO has also said that they will be integrating Gemini in their every product. But Looker Studio at this stage has a lower side of AI.
I really like the presentation. In fact, this can be used while analyzing the MIS on a regular basis in a much better and a graphical way, so that member can use it for their clients also and for themselves and as a team to review internally for all the data. Appreciate. Nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all of you.